Greetings and salutations, everyone. Crimson Nero here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we became the hero of time. In this episode, we are going to find out about the item that we need to get into the Forest Temple. However, there is chaos in this world. 7 years have transformed Hyrule into a land of monsters, where Ganondorf is the king. However, his influence is mainly over Hyrule Castletown. But also Death Mountain seems to be a little evil looking. If you saw when we exited the Temple of Time, we actually were, it was pretty bad out there. But yes, 7 years have passed, and we are now an adult. However, with that being said, we don't have all of our items that we could use as a kid. If you look at the menu, we only are available, all that we have available are Deku Nuts, Bombs, the Ocarina of Time, our bottles, and the 2 spells that we have so far. We also can't use the Kokiri sword or the Deku Shield. And we also cannot use our Goron's bracelet or the bullet bag that holds all of our slingshot bullets. As you can see, we now have 5 songs, the 5th one being the Song of Time. And now that we have all 3 of the spiritual stones, we are now given the new task of finding all of the rest of the medallions, which happen to be, well, the ones other than the light medallion. So, let's go to Kakariko Village. But first, because I pretty much am only limited to using bombs, let's blow up this rock right here. And there's a hole! Oh, those were only bugs. Like, what is making that noise? Huh. Only a blue rupee. I thought there was going to be more down here, but whatever. Okay, with all distractions aside, let's make our way to Kakariko Village. So yeah, we're an adult. You look pretty darn awesome. Plus, we have the Master Sword. Awesome! So let's see. 5 temples. One of them in a forest, one in a high mountain, one in a vast lake, one in the House of the Dead, and one in the Goddess of the Sands. Alright. So yes, Kakariko Village. There are a lot more inhabitants around this time around because, well, yeah, the entirety of Hyrule Castletown is pretty much gone. Now, I've gathered a lot of golden Skulltulas in my travels. Now let's see if there's anyone else who wishes... Ah, here we go. We have freed another soul from the curse of the golden Skulltulas. The curse has been broken! Thank you! Here's a reward for you. And we obtain the Stone of Agony. If you equip a Rumble Pack, it will react to nearby secrets. Yes, if you are actually playing the original Nintendo 64 version of the game, this is actually a little item that will allow you to, allow your controller to start rumbling whenever there are little secrets around. I don't know if that's I don't exactly know what that's limited to. It might be just Golden Skulltulas, it might be other things, but I really don't know because obviously I'm playing the Virtual Console version, and therefore I'm using a GameCube controller. So yes, we are now inside Kakariko Village. Where we want to go is actually a little bit different. We actually want to go to the graveyard, strange as that may sound. But this is what we actually have to do to make any sort of progress. We have to go into the graveyard, and we have to do a little bit of Grave digging. Boom tish. Let me see. Pose! Nope. Okay. So, remember that hole that we had to go into when we were getting the Hylian Shield? Well, let's go into the same one, but as an adult. Remember, this is where we got the Hylian Shield. However, this wall right here, we can use a bomb on and get rid of. Because there's actually a fairies fountain. That actually wasn't the thing I was originally intending on getting, but it's there if you need it. The other thing that we actually need to get is actually in another grave. Which is pretty much in a similar situation. I believe it's one with... I believe the grave that we need to move is actually one that has flowers in front of it, so that limits it down to only a couple of choices. Let's try this one. I believe, remember when I was trying to get the Hylian Shield and I was having a really tough time and I actually found a re-dead down here? Right, down in one of the holes? Well, that I also think has another bombable wall. However, now we're in question mark. Look who it is! It's Dobby, the Gravekeeper, but he's dead. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Yes, he is a ghost now, and we have to actually follow him to a specific room. Watch out for when he throws flames at you. Because, well, they'll hurt, and also you're only given a limited amount of time to actually make it to where the destination is. Following Doppy, or whatever his name is, Doppy, is, can be a little hard at times, and also you want to make sure that you keep up with him. His flames will indicate where he's going, and also, if you get stuck behind him, it might be a little bit hard to actually figure out which way he's going. So allow me to concentrate for a little bit while I try to follow this apparition. Okay. Yes, I made it! First time too, awesome. The time of this race was 1 minute and 12 seconds. Young man, you are very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the Hookshot. It's a spring-loaded chain, and its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. So yes, we now have the item that will allow us to get into the Forest Temple, which happens to be the Hookshot. Which is an item that I believe is only accessible to Adult Link. I don't really have to explain this stuff because, well, I'll just show you later. Also, these blocks right here, if you actually, these have the same exact design as the Door of Time. So, let's try using the Song of Time on it. And the blocks are gone. Huh? What is this? What the... Huh? Yes, by going through that little race with Doppy, the ghost, and then getting the hookshot, we now find ourselves inside the windmill in Kakariko Village. That piece of heart is very easy to get. I never came in here before because, well, there really wasn't any point to. However, however, now there's actually something important we need to get. Arrgh! I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago! Arrgh! It's all that Ocarina kid's fault! Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. I have an ocarina. What? You got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of this time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came over and played a strange song and messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song. And we have learned the Song of Storms, another very memorable song from this game, which has been remade many, many times, but you know what? It's a very cool song, and I don't care. So yes, now we have another song as well as another item. Now, there are a lot of things I can do right now, but you know what? I'm just gonna go on and advance the story. Because, well, heck, we gotta do it sometime. I mean, all the extra stuff can wait, because obviously this is a Legend of Zelda game. Duh. Everything can wait until the world is gonna end, and yet you can still go and get, still do a little sub-game that or mini-game that involves you getting rupees, or another heart piece, or etc, etc. Okay, so we were given the clue that we need to go to a forest, and we'll meet a girl that we know there. Well, the only forest that we've really been in the game happens to be Kokiri Forest, and a girl that we know, besides Zelda, who's not around anymore, there's Saria, so I guess she's the girl we're looking for. Yeah, if you put 2 and 2 together, it's not really that hard. I mean, it's not really that hard to really understand what's going on. Also, with us being an adult, our spiritual guide now is pretty much the sages and Sheik, and it no longer is, what's his name? It's no longer the owl guy. Also, there are a lot of enemies around. But let's make our way to the Lost Woods. If you remember what Saria said a long time ago when we first got Saria's song, she told us that the place that we were at would be very important to the two of us someday. Well, let's go check out the Sacred Forest Meadow. But first, fire in the hole! Hole. And we find another blue rupee. Okay. Not 100% necessary, but oh well. That leads to Goron City, never mind. Also, I guess we can finally equip the Hookshot now that we have it. So, yes. Oh, wait. That was wrong. Ay, ay, ay. I went the wrong way. Okay, let's do this right. Yes. Hey look, it's Mido. What are you? Though you wear Kokiri-ish clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anyone go through here. Well, allow me to, give you a little bit of proof. Let's see. Saria song. Read it and weep, Mido. That melody! Saria plays that song all the time! Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to our friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. Huh. Alrighty. Not the right way. I'm guessing I have to go straight. Yes. And another abominable rock. Fire in the hole! Only rupees. Wait. Okay. Yes. Maybe the rocks actually indicate which way you're supposed to go. Huh. I never really thought about it that way. Deku Scrubs! How dare you get around in my way again? Hello, sir. I surrender! To make your quest easier, I will allow you to carry more Deku Nuts, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. I can make that. I can make that wager. And you. What do you offer? Knock it off! Leave me alone, and I will sell you arrows! Arrows? I don't have a bow and arrow! I don't have a bow, so I don't really need arrows now, so yeah. Wait a minute, what? What the doobly-doo? Okay. Oh geez, where am I going now? Alright. Sacred Forest Meadow! From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use Z-targeting to always look in the proper direction. Set your view so you can see down the next corridor before you turn the corner. Blah blah blah, I already know this! We already talked about this before! Stop talking, Navi. I already know this. So yes, there are new enemies here. Ones that are a lot more ferocious than the Deku Scrubs that we fought before. Now we have gigantic orc-looking beast guys. Are these moblins? But yes, you can kill them with the Hookshot, which is very essential, actually. If you don't kill them, well then it's going to be very painful, because they are going to rush you a lot. Also, here's how you use the Hookshots. Pretty much, just go where the dot goes. That's all it is. If you can actually grapple onto something, well then, good. There we go. Okay, and shoot him in the behind. Alright. Up. Yeah! Right before he got out of my field of vision. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Huh. Check it out, a golden Skulltula. Also, like the boomerang, the hookshot allows us to grab things that are far away. Yep. And also, because we're an adult now, we went through puberty and we actually don't sound like a little kid. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is gonna require a little bit of concentration. Yeah! And then, slash him in the backs of the knees! The bee's knees, man, the bee's knees. Hey, oh man, he did. Alrighty, we are back here. This is where we learn Saria's song from Saria, who isn't here. Huh. Oh, Sheik, hey. The flow of time is already cruel, is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minute of Forest. Huh, cool harp. Okay. And whenever we learn a song from Sheik, we actually go into this cool little duet between the two of them. Get to play our instruments together like all good manly men who know how to play instruments do. Yeah! And we have learned our 7th song. Nero, I'll see you again. Like a ninja. Okay, so in the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, we will actually advance further and see what we can find out about getting Saria and seeing what kind of things will happen when she transforms into a sage. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'm Crimson Nero. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode as well as the series, and I shall see you all next time. Until then, everyone, fare thee well.